Welcome to this little corner of my house, this little corner of the internet. My name is Cher, and I'm a musician who has not one but two small businesses to keep me going. Business number one, which I've had for a long time, is to buy and sell used and rare books. Business number two, which is new, is a handmade sewing and craft business. I mostly make bags, but I make other things like beaded jewelry and paper stuff, like journaling sorts of things. Um, and today, I would like to talk a little bit more about starting a business on a shoestring. Um, I told you yesterday about how I bought a sewing machine at the flea market for 25 bucks, which is my workhorse. I must say, though, that I bought other sewing machines which did not turn out so well. I did learn very quickly, don't pay much for used sewing machines, because even though one looks really cool, if it's priced high, just wait. You'll find something better for cheaper. Um, but maybe you don't want or have access to a used sewing machine. I don't know. Maybe you don't even want to start a sewing business. Maybe you want a candle business or a soap business or any other kind of business. Wood carving, knitting, whatever. Um, and it's not like I'm an expert and I can tell you what you should be doing. I can only tell you things that I've done that have worked or not worked. I think first thing, if you can do it, make some sort of budget. Like, what can you afford to put towards a new business? I mean, like $5 a week, $10 a week, $25 a week, $25 every now and then, more, less. Only you know your budget. You might think that you can afford nothing, but you can usually squeeze in a little bit. Um, I believe I don't want to risk my business. So I just build it up a little at a time, tiny steps. So don't borrow. Well, you know you. I know me. I didn't want to get way in debt. Maybe if you're a sewer, maybe you just want a Walmart starter sewing machine. This is assuming that you're starting totally from scratch and you don't already have a sewing machine. But you can buy ones. I don't actually know the price, but I think you can get them relatively cheaply. You know, save up for it, get some fabric, start small. I like to make lists. I list everything I might possibly need. Now, I watched a lot of small business videos and I had a huge list of things I thought I needed because I think most people on the internet were starting out at a way higher level than me. Um, Anyways, I triaged the list, put the most important things on top, things that I had to have, um, things that I could do without till later. And as far as the sewing machine goes, you could try putting an ad or a notice on like Nextdoor or Facebook or some sort of social media that you're looking for a cheap used sewing machine that works. And you might get an answer. I did that for a piano once. And I had a piano given to me a long time ago. But anyways, list. List in order of things importance. What can you do right now without spending anything? Can you do anything without spending anything? I started out with a crappy sewing machine and some fabric. I kept picking up fabric here and there. Used book business, so I go to a lot of estate sales and stuff. Yeah, I end up with way more stuff than I could possibly use. I have to keep cleaning out and getting rid of things. There are places where you can advertise your things that you've made that don't cost anything up front. Social media, Facebook Marketplace, eBay. They will charge you after something sells. Maker Place, the Michaels, that doesn't cost money up front. So you can start small. Start advertising. It might take you forever to sell something, but if you don't start, you will never sell anything. Of course, you are supposed to then promote that you've got things and drive traffic to your site, but maybe you're like very antisocial and don't know how to do that, like me, and do your best. Just do your best. I try to watch other people. I I try to see what they're doing. I thought I can follow one of these people that I admire and I can just do what they do. But since I'm watching people who are far into their careers and they have better camera equipment and setups and they film stuff and it's like, whoa, I don't know how to get from here to their level. I try. Take pictures and post pictures, and people that I know say, oh, that's pretty. But I'm not trying to reach people I know. I'm trying to reach people I don't know. So, once you've got your list and you know the basics you need to get started, I mean, you can add stuff as you go, can't you? I needed a sewing machine that was dependable, which was why I was out there looking for a vintage machine that I could maintain. And, I finally found it. Happy. But it took a while. And it doesn't do, it doesn't even do zigzag. But I've got lots of things I can make with basic straight stitch. I watched, probably not the right person to watch if you don't have much money, but I was watching Monica Razek. I don't know if that's how you say it, but she makes candles and scrunchies and things, and I really, really wanted advertising cards like the ones that she has. It's like, I think, a postcard size, and it's got pictures and, what her business is and how you get hold of it. I really wanted those, but I couldn't afford it. I couldn't even afford business cards because we were, at the time, buying things to be able to set up at shows, which was an investment for me. I mean, it's an investment for anybody, but we were going cheap and it still was an investment. I couldn't even afford the business cards, so I bought a rubber stamp, a small little rubber stamp like this big, and it had our website on it, just craftedbytinfoil.com. I also already had, I had a bunch of stamps I bought at a charity garage sale. And I had a little flower, so I would stamp. I didn't make business cards, I made price tags. I had some brown craft. Those two words mean the same thing, don't they? Uh, um, 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 not cardboard. Yeah, the word is totally eluding me. The heavy cardstock. Um, and I cut it into small pieces, stamped our things on, punched holes in, even rounded the corners. And made price tags. And when people asked if we had a business card, we gave them a price tag. but, but hey, it got us started. And I did, a couple months later, I did get the business cards. Haven't got the advertising cards yet, but worked my way up to the business cards. I like to consider, okay, there was a children's book, The Shoemaker and the Elf, The Elves and the Shoemaker, and it's about a poor shoemaker and his wife, and they only have enough leather to make one pair of shoes, and so they lay it out and go to bed, and these elves come in the night and they make these beautiful shoes, and the shoes sell the next day and make enough money that they can buy leather for 2 pairs of shoes, which the elves help them with, and they build their way up. So I don't have any elves, but I kind of identify with the shoemaker. It's like, I don't have what I want, but I can start with this. Work with what you've actually got. We set up at farmers markets to start with, which was, we had to buy the canopy, tables, displays. I got the grid wall stand that is on wheels. It's like maybe 6 foot tall and about 3 feet wide. They worked well for scrunchies and things. I mean, we sold a lot of stuff off those grid walls. Got tables, just used fabric because I had the fabric, just used fabric for the table coverings. We got through. I mean, we didn't make tons, but we set up at farmers markets at first because around us, farmers markets cost like $15, $30, and $45. We only set up in 3 towns. Our town, which has a farmers market every single week the entire summer, and the 2 neighboring towns, I think ours is $30. The smaller town is $15, and the town to the north of us has like this mega market only once a month though. And there's this $45 to set up, but they have tons of people. They've got booths of all sorts, like, the food, but also crafts and handmade, businesses, the Republicans, the Democrats, the churches, the MLMs. It's like 3 or 4 blocks downtown, and heaps of people come. I'd like to say we made lots of money. We did okay, not wonderful. We're still trying to learn to display things properly, and I don't really. I'm the kind of person that sits there and reads a book, not jumps up and gives a sales talk every time somebody comes near the booth. Anyways, yeah, so we did what we did. We got started. We did a couple of craft shows then this fall. And we are still building our way up. I keep saying we because a friend of mine who our business is called Crafted by Tinfoil because it's Tinfoil is the name of my band. And Colin, who is our merch guy, knits. Christy, who is our photographer, um, crochets and does some hand sewing. And yeah, well, anyway, so it was the Tinfoil family, Crafted by Tinfoil, and Colin wanted to go in with me half and half on the flea market, farmers market setup. So he bought the tent, I bought the grid walls. He bought, what did he buy? I bought the tables, but I found used tables. They're a little shaky at an auction. So, yeah, anyways, we did okay. We're building up. Finally got a website going. That's a whole nother story. Yeah, I think I've talked long enough this time. I try to keep things short. And, if I keep talking, I won't have time to force a song down your throat, will I? Whether you like it or not. Here's my trusty guitar. Let me get the hair out of my face. You have to walk away from everything you know. You have no time to think, just grab some stuff and go. Things you thought were precious don't matter anymore. Life reduced to elementals, blood, breath, heartbeat, bone. It's better if you don't think, it's better if you're numb. Just pick your foot up and take a step, then take another one. Your mother's grave must go untended, forgotten and forlorn. If it survives the bombing, it is only one small stone. A stone in a sea of stones, a sea of memories, a sea of souls. They are no longer your souls. You must pack some things and go. It's better if you don't care. It's better if you're ice. Just put your hand on the door and push. Walk through into the night. Take some food, you'll need it. Take a change of clothes. Take your mother's photograph, a coat to keep you warm. Out on the sea, the wind unbroken, you might be wet and cold. But don't take what you can't carry, you'll have to let it go. Don't think about your future, don't think about your past. Just don't take, okay. Just concentrate on one small breath, then think about the next. Almost made it through. That song started out another song that was much faster tempo. And somehow our drummer came in to record it, our drummer at the time, Don't even remember his name. And it turned out way too slow. And Dave said, listen to this. Can you do something with this? And it didn't work for the real song, but it did work for this. I mean, we just wrote a new song. Anyways, that's band stuff. That's all for now. See you next time.